Hey, what is going on, you guys? Oh my god, what in the name of Steve is this ugly noob thing standing before me? Wow, this thing is really not pretty, to say the least. He looks like hammered poop Mason. Oh wait, Mason is not around here. Well, you know, I guess that this is all very normal. Not that there is really anything normal about myself and my own lifestyle. I mean, I like to hunt innocent Steves and other Minecraft players throughout their days in Minecraft. So I should be expecting a lot more things to happen, or at least weird things right now. But I guess that this is actually pretty normal. So well, yeah. I guess that we are going to have a little contest today then, you noob things. So alright, let's start over again, shall we? I think that a proper introduction might be in place here right now. So here we go. Hey, what is going on, you guys? My name is Hero Brian and I am shooting right back at you with another video today. Now of course we all know that sometimes we get annoyed in this game, right? I mean, we all have our differences and usually they are only short lasting and they never really get that much out of hand, right? Well, today is the day that I found this little guy called Steve. I have literally got no clue who he is and what he does. I have only heard rumors about this guy, and since I do not want to spread any false rumors about anyone, I really do not want to go too much into detail about this guy. I mean, there are a lot of false rumors going around town about me and I really do not like that at all. So this is basically my way to right a little wrong right now. That does not sound that weird, right? But as I said, I just contested him in a build-off. The person who builds the best looking head house or whatever actually wins. It is all just for honor, but you know. So I am definitely going to win this, of course. I mean, look at this right here. This is just art. All of these things right here, well, this is all just pure art right now. So I am pretty sure that I have already won this right now. But let's just continue before he finishes his little thing before I finish mine, and we cannot have that. I have decided to go out and make my house the same way. I am just going to be building a house that is not like any other house, just so that I can make sure that I do not end up getting my butt kicked by this little no-namer right here. I really have got no clue about who he is, but I mean, if he challenges me to a build-off, then well, I am not going to be declining that. I am pretty sure that I can kick this guy his butt, no questions asked at all. Now I really like this build-off challenges. Actually, this is like the best idea that I have ever come up with right now. But first things first, I am already proud of the fact that I was able to get the idea from myself, which I had applied to basically everything right now. So that was a pretty awesome thing, to be honest. But I was able to apply that same idea that I used on the chess problem, and I am going to be putting it to work with the housing problem that I have got right now. But I am just hoping that once I am done with all of this right here, that I can just live here in peace again. But something is telling me that this will not work out the way that I wanted it to. It is just something that I feel coming up. I mean, that does not mean that this is a bad thing. I mean, I would rather have things go wrong while I am in the beginning stages of building this, because otherwise I would have to start all over again when I am almost done, because that would be a bummer, because I might want to start living here actually. Now this would not be a video about me, the actual head, if I was not fooling with people and messing with people. So I think that that actually is something that I might want to start doing with my new friend Steve here. But I am just thinking of something that I can do on the spot right now so that I can actually get the lead on this dude. I mean, he is the one showing up here in my realm uninvited. I did not ask for that at all. Or maybe I did by inviting him here. But I am not going to be blaming any of this on me. But that is not something that I want to do right now. So I am just praying to the gods that this will actually work in one go and that I can finally have a good comeback on this little dude and pretty much mark my territory right away. Okay, so since that did not turn out all too well, I think that I just want to go ahead and start finishing my little humble abode right here so that I can finally have a new place to rest my head when I am tired. That means sleeping, by the way. Not that I am going to be sleeping right now, of course. I mean, that would not be in my best interest right now, just because then I would have to sleep while he is building a sick looking head there. Well, that is not happening. But talking about me sleeping is not going to be getting us this house finished, because there is a lot of building that will need to happen right now, otherwise we are still left with nothing. So our plan of attack right here, or actually rather my plan of attack right here, since you guys are not actually helping me on this little mission of mine. But as I was saying, the plan of attack, we will have to make something out of this house. and maybe we can make something out of redstone so we can actually make the house look cool. Now the last couple of weeks in Minecraft I have been just down and out, and I have kind of shut myself off when it comes to Minecraft. But I think that it is time for me to make a comeback, and I am going to see what it is like to actually get something done here through the eyes of a Steve, and see if there is any change to my style of building or the things that I do just because I am without blocks. I mean, that will help me with handling and helping others blockless people and noobs and such, so I am actually kind of excited for this right now. If I can say that. Well, let's just make sure that we can have a great day right now, shall we? Again and again I keep having these noobs finding out where I live, and it is just driving me nuts. Now I have already tried training the noobs in order to make them respect me and know a thing or two about the game. Now that did not work at all, because that literally just blew up in my face. Then I have gone the complete other way around, and I just started planting traps everywhere, which again just ended up blowing up in my face, taking my house with them. Then I gave the training another shot, which did not work at all. And then after that everything got pretty calm again. But then people started stealing out of my chest, and that is when I went into full defense mode again, and I started hiding the chests that I own just so that people cannot get to them. And as you know, if you do not know where something is, then you cannot get to it, and you cannot take anything out of said thing. Now that kind of worked, but that only solved one problem. And do not get me wrong, it did actually solve the problem with people stealing stuff out of my chest, but it did not solve the problem where people were still coming into my house every other freaking day. Now right now, like I said, I am going to be trying something different, because I will make sure that I am going to understand everything that happens inside of the mind of a noob, and that I am able to see what is going on inside of the mind of someone who is new to building all of these things and stuff, and all of that to make a face. So yeah, that is pretty much the goal of today right now. Let's make this work, guys. So I am just going to be hoping that this head approach to my house actually works, otherwise, like I just said, I am going to be a dead man. Okay, maybe not a dead man, because it is not like the noobs are that violent, but I am just going to be making sure that once I get this done, that I am going to go right back to bed for like a week, because right now I actually am kind of a dead man when it comes to this. I mean, there is no such thing as getting too much sleep for me right now, because right now it just feels like I am not even doing anything anymore. All day long I am just roaming around my house and stuff without a thought, and I am just so tired that I have got no idea what to go do. But then when I think that I might be able to go to bed, and the second that my head hits my pillowcase, there is another person at my door, and I have got to get up again to be able to defend the fort. I mean, there is not worse feeling than this, but all of that will soon come to an end, because I actually feel confident about this right now, and I can tell you that when the day comes, I am going to be celebrating so hard that it actually is pretty insane to myself. I mean, I am going to be excited like crazy once I am all done with this thing, because I just think that after all this time that I just deserve a little break from everything right now. I mean, we have been through a lot the last couple of months. As you may remember, the fact that the NOOB attacks ended was just a really big setback for me, because I just love working under the pressure of failure and underneath the spell of the noobs in my back. So to not have that anymore is just a big blow for me personally. But I had to get through that, and I did get through that quite successfully. But that was the point where all of the noobs came tagging along and starting invading all of my personal space. And I know that all of this sounds really familiar and stuff, and to be honest, the last couple of months I have just been a broken record running over and over and over again, because I just cannot stop talking about the noobs where all of this started with. And I think that I have got plenty of reason for that, but that does not matter. But however I might be feeling about this face fortress of mine that I am building, it will still take a lot of time before I am actually done with this thing, because there is just so much work to do right now. Maybe I should hire some noobs to come and work for me and build this thing for me. Oh wait, never mind, that is not what I should do, because I am trying to keep the noob out of this Minecraft realm, and I want to keep him from winning. And of course, if they were to be the ones who build this thing, then they would be finding out where I would live, or I should pack it up and move it somewhere else. But I will not go and do that, because that looks like just a little bit too much of a hassle, which is not what I am looking for right now, because if I have got to work even more on this thing, I will probably end up losing my mind over it, which is not what I am looking for right now. So I am just going to go ahead and get this all over with, so that I can actually get some stuff done instead of trying to be a builder and a talker at the same time, because my words will not feed my mouth right now. I should have known probably that he was the one behind this. After I just basically tried to do the same thing with his base, right? But you know, it is actually getting night time already and I am really getting tired right now. So I will have to get all of that under control to make sure that I actually am able to sleep again for a change. But if you want to know some more about the house that I am going to make, well, let's get into the details a little. We have got to make sure that this can actually be a normal house and all of that. I mean, this is looking pretty freaking rad, right? I mean, I cannot complain about anything right now. Maybe you can, but I cannot. I mean, I am actually pretty weak right now, because I feed off of attention and I have not gotten a lot of attention in a hot minute. So you know, if there are people out there that you know and they do not know of my existence yet, then please tell them some horror story about me or something like that, because I really need it to go on right now. Otherwise I will probably end up just rotting away here after I lose this build off. I am just thinking out loud right now, so just bear with me so that we can actually get done with some stuff right here, because otherwise we are still going to be building on this thing for the better part of a year or something like that. But to be honest, that is just an educated guess on my end of the spectrum. But let's continue with what I was saying a minute ago, and I was talking about building a noob cool house, because this is something that I think is really awesome, because the modern house is by far my favorite one out of all of the styles that you have got around here today, which is not that good now that I start thinking about it. It is actually smart that I think about this kind of stuff right now before I start doing them in the first place, but still that would be pretty cool. At least that is what I think. I mean, no one is going to expect a thing right now, and that is exactly what I want with this right here. So no one will ever be able to go and start hacking some of my ideas again, which is good, so that I do not have go out and make more stuff over and over and over and over again. I am going to be loving every freaking second of this, and that will be all of it today. Now alright, my master plan is going to go into full effect right away right now. I am going to make sure that everything is gone right when he gets back home. Although I have not seen the guy ever since I got here, which to me is a little bit fishy of course, but I am just going to let that fly for right now so that I can finally make an end to all of this madness. I will not tolerate anyone on my land ever again. But still, where did that guy go? I mean, I saw him building this thing like 10 minutes ago, man. I am really confused right now, but I guess that I have just fallen asleep when he was building this or something like that. I mean, I bet that he will notice the bang once I am done with all of this right here. I mean, it is pretty hard not to notice this because it is just that big of a head. I mean, this is a lot of work, and that means that I am not kidding around for one bit right now. So let's just make sure that we actually perform this. I mean, it is the harsh truth at this point, but it is just something that I will have to cope with until everything right here has all been sorted out. And I can tell you that when the day comes, I am going to be celebrating so hard that it actually is pretty insane to myself. I mean, I am going to be excited like crazy once I am all done with this thing, because I just think that after all this time that I just deserve a little break from everything right now. I mean, we have been through a lot the last couple of months, but doing stuff like this will help, even though I can already guess that this noob is going to be messing up a lot during his trial as my new apprentice. That will not really bother me that much, because I feel like there is a lot that people can learn, and I should not discard the people that are willing to learn, because you know, if you are someone who wants to learn, then I think that you should be able to learn whatever you want without any judgment. So that is something that I will be providing for all of y'all as well. So new year, new me.s, so that he will never be coming back here ever again, nor his friends or whatever. So I am going to start with all of these tools that I handpicked for this specific job just back there, and I am going to be installing some more stuff for him. Now I hope that he will not betray me, and if there is one thing that I do not like, then it will be getting caught in the back with my eyes looking the other way. So since this has all been dealt with, I think it might be my time to sign off here. I mean, not here like right now, but still like here. There is nothing as fun as me roaming around here on my channel doing hood rad stuff with my friends or foes in this sense, but that does not matter at all. So I will just sign off here for real and give me my channel back against noobs. I mean, this has been a great ride, but I feel like we can actually learn something here. But I will leave that for the next video. Just know that whoever you are, or wherever you are, I will always beat everyone and everything, especially these noobs. Goodbye guys.